Lots of little Marvel morsels, and I have a quick chat with Billy Crudup. But before we get into all the details, for my friends watching on YouTube, make sure you tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the best geek news.
Well, it's the day after Valentine's Day. I hope you're all in love, but even if you aren't, I love you.
As a friend.
Yesterday, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Kevin Feige softly touched on, maybe caressed, a number of Marvel topics, including the writers are working on Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, that Deadpool 3 will be set in the MCU and be rated R.
I already knew that.
He also says Ms. Marvel steals the show in the Marvels, and he confirms that the Fantastic Four will be a big pillar of the MCU going forward, and we should expect news for that soon.
I'll be waiting.
For Valentine's Day, Todd Phillips gave us our first sneak peek at Joker 2, and as you can see, it's pretty much just Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga looking at each other. Honestly, it just looks like she's staring at her own album cover.
Get the f*** out!
Yesterday, the Rotten Tomatoes score for Ant-Man and The Wasp Quantumania landed online, fluctuating wildly between the 40s and 70s before landing at 53%, which is better than the Eternals.
Ha ha, very funny.
The overall consensus reads, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania mostly lacks the spark of fun that elevated earlier adventures, but Jonathan Majors Kang is a thrilling villain poised to alter the course of the MCU.
At least that's good.
If you've seen the film, let us know your thoughts in the comments. I have seen the film and I thought it was good, not great. I thought it was more fun than a lot of the Phase 4 movies we got, but it still pales in comparison to everything we got before Endgame. Jonathan Majors definitely steals the show with Kang the Conqueror, and I think I'm one of the few people who liked MODOK in this. Yesterday, I got a chance to talk to the cast and creators of Hello Tomorrow, which is debuting on Apple TV Plus this Friday, including Billy Crudup, and I definitely had to squeeze in a Dr. Manhattan question. Now, speaking of salesmen, Jack is a master salesman. So, Billy, how might he go about selling a pair of underwear to Dr. Manhattan?
Dr. Manhattan's inscrutable. Jack would have a great time with Dr. Manhattan. The first thing he would try to do is figure out where Dr. Manhattan was really at mentally. And so if Dr. Manhattan said, I'm not interested in humanity, he might go, well, tell me what you are interested in. You want to hang out on Mars? I get that. I got a piece of property on Mars that might be perfect for you. And while you're there, I set up a little shop for some clothing because you might want to hide some of the, I don't know. He would go into the entire, whatever Dr. Manhattan needed, that's what he would try to go for. But obviously, I need dialogue written for me. That's why I'm an actor.
That
was awesome.
That was an awesome job, though. I think you did really great right there on the spot. I'm pretty impressed. Obviously, I'm with ComicBook.com, so I have to ask, and I'm sorry, but do you have any interest at all in doing another comic book film or TV show, or do you feel like been there, done that?
Oh, no. As far as I'm concerned, any story, that sort of captures your imagination, it doesn't matter what the genre is. I mean, the fabulous thing for me about Watchmen, I thought it was so subversive. What I thought it was doing was trying to take that mythology and saying, why are we so interested in mythology? Why are we so interested in good and bad? Why do we need to reduce things to two dimensions in order to understand the metaphor of humanity? And that's another great story. And so I think and it came from that genre. So to me, there's wonderful avenues all over the place. I would absolutely rule nothing out.
And that's that for Wednesday. Thank you guys for stopping by. And don't forget, we get a new John Wick Chapter 4 trailer tomorrow. All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com, where we work 24/7 to keep you up to speed on all the latest. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best friend Brandon Davis, now on Thursdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time with no genuine human interaction, find me on Instagram @CKComedy or Twitter @ChrisKillian, all linked below.